Hi guys, it's the Big B back again, another day and another video. Now what I want to touch on a little series of videos I'm going to make is something I kind of touched on years ago if you look back at my videos, and it was when I was looking at some of the free ghost hunting apps that you use on mobile devices. Things have come a long way since then, but I know a lot of people and a lot of teams, individuals, don't have the money to spend on all this tech and some of these awesome apps that are coming out. Some of them range from a couple of dollars all the way up to $60 plus, and there's a lot of them and it's a lot of money. But what I want to show is that there's a lot of free apps out there that do work. Now I posted a video yesterday that showed us using InfinityBox EXP Edition from Extreme Sensors Software, and that blew me away. And again, considering this is a free app, it is quite basic. Well, it's not basic, but it looks basic. It's got 10 banks of sounds, where some of these things only have like 2 and 3. It's got 10 banks of sounds, and you can manipulate those in any way you want by changing the pitch, the speed, the echo, everything. But all I did for a basic test was I used the inbuilt sounds that's built in there, each individual bank. It's got built-in ones. You can change them to whatever you want. You could put the hell Klingon in there if you wanted. You can do anything. And I just basically echoed, reverbed, and reversed. And that was the important bit. I reversed all tracks. So even if there was bits of human speech in there, it's all backwards. And as you know, you play a speech backwards, it comes out weird as shit. And it did. It was just thing. So I set it going, and within the first couple of minutes, I got voices coming through clearly forwards, and one of them spoke my name clearly. It said Brian, and it was the way it said it. It was 99% sure, no, 99.999% sure that was my dad. That was his voice, and it was just the way it said it. It wasn't just Brian, it was Brian, and it had tone, it had inflection to it. And I got loads of other voices as well, and not just single words, sentences. And remember, this shit was backwards. I should be getting nothing forwards. But my point is, go and get that app. It's fucking awesome. And 2, it's free. Didn't cost a penny. And I got just as good results from that as I got from some of the paid apps that I've got. Now, the guy who does that at extremesensors.com, he's got loads of awesome apps, paid for and not badly priced, around about $10 to $20. Some of them maybe it's $30, depending on the app. And I have Phasmabox that he did, which was a paid app, which is an incredible app. That blew me away. But for the results I got for free with his InfinityBox EXP Edition was awesome. But that's what I want to talk about. That's enough plugging that one. What I want to talk about is other apps out there that are free and that work, and I wouldn't use them if I didn't trust them. It's as simple as that. Now, like I said, I know there's a load of shit on the Play Store. Some of the apps is just basically rubbish. But these ones I'm going to pick on work. They're written by guys who get the idea, who know how this shit works. Now the first series of ones I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to basically pick on one per video, so it's not too long and I can concentrate on each app individually, is by Pugstep from AppyDroid. Nip over to AppyDroid.com and have a look on there. All his apps are free. You can search them on the Play Store as well. The one I'm going to talk about today is called Paratek. It's one of his latest ones, and the reason I want to talk about one of his latest ones first is because it works slightly different to the others. Rather than using like a spirit radio type of technique, where it has banks of sounds built in, or it's scanning online radio or pulling online radio in and doing it that way, it uses the Ovilus technique, the Ovilus way of going, and that's what I like about it. Now the way Ovilus works, in case anyone doesn't know, is an Ovilus, as you've seen those on Ghost Adventures, a little box with a database. It doesn't have sounds, banks of sounds, has a database of words, and the spirit manipulates the energy around the device and pulls a word out. Then the device speaks that word in like a computer generated voice, a synthesized voice, and that's basically how it works, and it pops the word up on the screen. This works in exactly the same way. I'm going to put a little box up here and show you it running on my tablet so you can get an idea of how it works. Now what I like about this is the real Ovilus has a database of words, and it can speak one word at a time normally. What Puxt has managed to do. He's using some artificial intelligent coding that's basically able to scan multiple database of words. I think it's 3 databases in there. So theoretically, the Spirit can come out with more than one word at a time. It can come out with multiple, and it does work. And that's why I like this app. A lot of the other apps that use the online radio, the built-in sounds, there's a lot of noise going off all the time, and you'll be hearing the words underneath and as they're coming out. The thing about this, there's no noise. There is nothing until a word is spoken and a word is displayed. So in certain environments, that's handy to do, and you're getting specific words. Now the way it works, what he's done with this, because he's basically updated it lately. Now I've got to thank him ahead, because as you can see by the little box up there, he actually modified the version of Paratech that's on the Play Store and put our logo for the Ghost Trail on there, and kind of made us a little custom version, which hopefully I'm going to use in the next season of the Ghost Trail, which is awesome. I cannot thank the guy enough for doing that. That was fantastic. Now what he did, he added a few new features as well. He uses the digital compass, because like I said in one of the other videos, a mobile phone can detect an electromagnetic field. One of the earlier videos from last week, I showed this was possible, because I had a debate and people said, oh no, it can't, it's a load of rubbish. And they looked at all these online friggin' studies that say it can't. It can. People were using a compass years ago in ghost hunting, before all these fancy gadgets came out, before EMF meters, because an electromagnetic field does alter a compass. And in your phones, they have an electromagnetic compass. And I showed that if that comes close enough, it's not as accurate as a real EMF meter, a K2 or a Mel meter, but it still does work. It still can detect an electromagnetic field, and so this can be used with Paratech. He also uses the proximity sensor, which basically, as you know what a proximity sensor does, it detects anything near the phone. If you put the phone up to your ear, that proximity sensor knows that it's up near an object and how far it is away to detect that it's up to your ear, or whether you turn the phone down and put it on a table. Basically, it uses that, so if you put your device down on the table, don't go anywhere near it, just set the software running. If anything moves above that phone at all, anything, it will sound an alarm, which it's a nice little feature. But remember, your device has to have a proximity sensor for that to work, or that feature won't work. Same with a digital compass. If you've got a magnetic compass in your device, which most of them do nowadays, but some still don't, some of the cheaper devices and some of the tablets, be aware that feature won't work. The rest of it will, but they won't. So you set it down, you turn it on, and it'll start chucking words out. Also remember that a few people have said to us that have tried it, it just chucking out random words. Well, of course it will. It's picking up energy from around itself, the artificial intelligent thing, and if it detects anything, it'll chuck it out. It is not an exact science. There has to be a spirit there, and there has to be a spirit there that wants to communicate with you and use that device to do so. When you get everything right, it does work, which I've used it and I've proved it. I've turned this thing on and I have getting names that I know it shouldn't have, and names that are relevant to other evidence that I've collected from other devices, even from just a digital voice recorder and from other means. So I know I'm getting the same information that I'm getting elsewhere. So I know it works. I'm in communication with the same spirits that I was when I was doing that test, and specifically a spirit that is linked to me, which came through on this season of the Ghost Trail, caused all sorts of problems. This David, and the very first name and word when I turned Paratech on, when I first got it and tried it, was David. The very first thing it said, it sort of, stunned us for a second, and that's when I knew that this worked, because that was the very first spirit I picked up on. So basically, turn it on. What you're looking for is, like with all of these, you're looking for order in the chaos. You will get random shit come out, but eventually you'll start getting responses to questions asked. Ask questions, experiment with it, and you will start getting responses out of this thing. But again, remember, you can be in a haunted location and you could sit for 7 hours and get nothing. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to get communication, but when you do and all this everything's right. It does work, guys. And again, it's totally free. You've got no reason not to use it, and give it a try. If it doesn't work for you, or you don't like it because of the way it works being a novelist device, just don't use it, but at least give these things a try. I can guarantee that this works. I'm not getting anything for this. I'm not trying to push it and plug it because he made a ghost trail version for us, anything like that. I don't get any money out of this. I don't get nothing out of this. I'm basically going to do this with others as well. I'm just basically, like I've explained in a lot of my other videos, I tell it how it is. If something's shit, I will say it's shit and it doesn't work. If something's good, I mean, look at me Huff videos, I'm still getting stick for. Some of his apps that are ridiculously priced, and yes, some people are getting kind of results, but I mean, like what we've proved, you could get samples of someone flushing a toilet, running a tap, play it to a thing, and if a spirit wants to manipulate that sound and pull a, get a voice, it will. You can use the shittiest apps and still get kind of results, but some other apps are better than others at getting these results because they're not programmed with misleading audio at best, and I'm not going to get into that whole Huff sort of thing again in this video, but you get what I mean. The substandard, and you're paying a fortune for them. And here's a free app and other free apps that I'm going to show you that work just as well and a hell of a lot better. And they're free. You've got nothing to lose. If it doesn't work, you just throw it away. It's as simple as that. So go and try it. Paratek from AppyDroid, Niptree's website, search him on the Play Store. You'll see all of his other apps because he does a lot of other apps based on like using banks of sounds. He's done Hellbox, Heavenbox, AD 1, 2 and 3, which are a bit like Spirit Radio thing. They scan online radio. Some of them use inbuilt pre-recorded sounds that play at random and chopped in all over the place. I've used them all and they do work. I've had some good results out of them all, and there are quite a few on there. He's just done another one which was using like the spirit writing type of technique, a little app, which again looks really interesting, which I will cover in future videos. So I'm going to leave this one here, guys, because I don't want to make these like rambling on too long. We're already up to the 12-minute mark. Go and try it. Really works, as you can see for yourself. Looks cool. Go and try it. See what results you get. Any results you do get, if you like it, put any comments down below. I'd love to hear your experience with this software. What kind of responses you got, what evidence you got. Again, whether you liked it or disliked it. I don't mind negative comments as long as they're constructive negative, not like some of the other ones I'm getting on my other videos that are just damn right stupid. Again, like I've said on all my other videos, I will not respond to those negative comments. Not interested, you can move on. But constructive stuff, definitely. Like I said, this is not going to work for everybody. Some of these apps don't. Some people have different mileage out of these things, but so far I've been well impressed, guys. So thanks for watching, and we shall catch you next time when I'll talk about one of the other apps, and we'll just keep going and see where we're going. And basically till I run out of these free apps, but I will not show the shitty ones. I won't show some of the really crappy ones. Like I said, only the ones that seem to be 100% and genuine. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time.